Fire here, and today we are watching another league match. Today we have JB Philly playing as the Hunters against Terminus. Now, for those of you who haven't heard already, JB Philly is, since Heroin has recently been missing, and just not been replying to messages and such, JB Philly has temporarily filled in for him. Hopefully, Heroin will return in time to play his fourth stage games, but if worse comes to worse, the admins have decided that JB Philly will play the remainder of his league phase games. So JB Philly will also be representing Heroin in stage 4. And if he is not back by then it'll be a player, and JB Philly manages to fight into top 12. JB Philly will step down to whoever is in 13th place. This is merely so that we can get the league stage results finished. But yes, JB Philly is a good deal more seasoned than Heroin, so this may not be the most accurate stimulation, but if Terminus manages to win, that's good on him. Alright, got a long night show. That's good for JB. JB Heroin, as they're calling him. as there was a joke that maybe Heroin went missing because that was JB Philly's alternate account. I'm joking around, of course, but now he's gotten the nickname, at least for the time being, of JB Heroin. So, it is rather amusing, but so, about Terminus. Terminus has definitely been one of the better performing newcomers. He's been borderline top 12. Whether or not he'll make it to top 12 or not, I don't yet know. Only time will tell. Alright. Scouts. Alright. So, JB Philly has gone with the superhero start. Amsterdam and Naples. Okay. Makes some amount of sense. Two rather popular starting areas. So yeah, I unfortunately have no co-com today, so it will likely be a quieter stream than usual. But well, I understand. It is definitely late. I'm even over here in North America. It is by Eastern time at past 8 o'clock. In fact, it's around 8:40 for us. So there's some time. So the Europeans are all in bed, and what North Americans are still around are either having dinner if they're on the West Coast, or just too tired if there are others in Eastern Time. Fortunately, I myself ended up taking a nap in the afternoon, and that's why I'm here. I'm awake enough to fill in and see what happens. Make it so that the data is not lost. And yes, Scott Sword has a full collection of all the various recordings and live streams in his channel. He has a full playlist of them, and there have been over 100 different videos already, and well, they just keep on coming. Only one Dracula so far. That is good luck by the hunters. Sophia and Valona. Okay, just checking, poking around in common spots in the east. Alright. Gotcha. It is interesting that we've only had one Dracula so far. Yes. Where are... the hunters are getting well stocked in terms of hunter events. Although J.B. Philly may regret not trading with Van Helsing to free up some hand space. Mina, we know that one of them is Long Night, and therefore she has some trash to just chuck away if he needs to. Still nothing all that remarkable in the discard pile for the items. Oh, Rufus. Okay. Choosing to search, not it. Makes sense. You know that you're not gonna get the perfect time newspaper, since the one at top one is now Dracovent. And also, you should expect the next few to be Dracovents as well. Or not. Now it's definitely time to start paying a bit more attention as to what he does at night, because that will give us that may give us some clue as to how he's faring with his ticket economy. Hmm. Trading with Mina to possibly help spread out the trash. It's possible Mina had like a good luck and a blood transfusion. Things like that. Interesting that we have a rumor token on the second card. Oh. Going to sea. Is this an island start? I mean, it could be. Surprising return. Okay, I'm not sure I would have done that. Because if this is an island start, he's almost certainly going to just wolf form ashore immediately, and therefore Rufus will have no effect. I would have used that as a search to poke at one or the other of Galway or Dublin to see what he's toying, see if he's just toying with you or not. Yeah, Island Star is actually could actually be quite effective because with Mina here and not Seward, the response to Ireland is definitely a bit weaker. Yeah, he's gonna send Van Helsing to check it out. Possibly also move Mina up to Bordeaux in case he feels the need for it. Horse, okay. Okay, so horse at Bordeaux. Same thing in effect. Except now we know that Mina has a horse. And that he has at least passable horse economy. I mean, he may have just risked it for the sake of getting in position. Possibly thought it worth it. Okay, let's... Oh. I see that you're in this chat stuff. Would you like to join me for Coco? I am in a voice channel. If you want to just jump in. Yeah, that surprising return may have been a little bit premature. So, yeah, now I would just wolf on ashore. Regardless of whether it's island to a sea or not. Normal landing. A little bit more risky. But that leads me to believe that if it was Ireland, it was North Atlantic, and now he's landed at Nantes. Speedy telegraph. Good idea. Or at least I can see it as one. Kind of... Okay, Mina has excellent weather. Which... Yeah, if it's not Nantes, then this is... Okay, so... Yeah, that was from... He landed at Nantes. We know where he is, but now Mina just moved away from him. Saboteur? Alright. I can definitely... Makes sense. She'll be delayed from checking the rumor token out until... and she won't be able to... but here's the thing. She may end up moving off of Galway in order to try to stop what she will likely assume is a hoax. Then again, Van Helsing may put to sea to stop that one. Yeah, have him... Oh. Well, that's both copies of Excellent Weather gone. Okay. Well then. That's one thing that Dracula doesn't have to worry about anymore. Interesting. Very, very early. And yet he's used both. And, yeah, well, there's only one option for where he could be. He was staying on Bordeaux, so therefore he's at Nantes. Yes. I honestly think that the use of Excellent Weather there was a little bit premature. At least for Van Helsing, I will specify. Mina, I think that was appropriate if you were going to send her at all. Okay, so Van Helsing has some dogs, but it was a hoax. Now then, Yeah, that's right, JB. I probably would have saved the second Excellent Weather for later, possibly for me getting Mina Van Helsing back down to the mainland. The annoying thing for JB Philly is that if he wants, Mina has a stake, so yes, she will be able to just stake what I am assuming is an aristocratic vampire. But in order to do that, she'll get delayed anyway because the saboteur will also come into effect again. So that's gonna stall Mina for quite a while. Yeah, I would say that his use of both those Excellent Weathers there were a bit too... one of them, for Mina, I can definitely understand. But Van Helsing, he could have landed there today instead. And well, a hoax is not going to be able to be defended since the hide wasn't on it. Aristocratic. Oh, clever. Not using the stake at all because he gets to choose the order in which they come into effect. But nonetheless, that will delay them a little. Not really. She loses one more night action, which it's not ideal, but especially if that was something of a risky horse roll he took earlier. I will see. And it's quite possible that since he has had so many hunter events, he got a bit cocky and used them a bit irresponsibly. Definitely very interesting to see an island start. It's very rare that you see that. So where is Dracula heading now? Is he just hugging the coast down here? I would just go dancing around throughout all these roads here, more likely than not, but as that is a difficult area for them to follow. Interesting that I didn't layer Dublin. I mean, if you watch this back, Terminus, you should always layer things, no matter how unlikely it is that they'll come back to them. To help you cycle cards. It'll help you maintain a good encounter economy. And I suppose always is a strong word, but nonetheless, it's probably not the sort of thing you want to wait that you. I mean, I see no, unless you had like a perfect hand, then I see no reason why not to layer that one. Okay, so now these two are getting on the move. Alright. Makes sense. I mean, now, bum. Yeah, you see, because now, like Van Helsing could have traded that second excellent weather to Mina, and she could have gone down to Nantes already. So I think that the first one to get Mina out there was warranted, and now a second one to go back would also be warranted. But using them both in that way, I think was overkill. And a bit premature. Old form? Okay. Makes sense. Evil presence. Oh, adjacent to Seward, eh? The thing is, so the Wolfram location is next to Zurich. That is nice to know. But the thing is, do you want to go? I mean, don't worry too much about it, Terminus. I'm not sure if they'll truly want to go jumping after you right now, especially since Goldaming has already taken his turn. I'm not sure he'll want to try to hop on you right now with Seward, giving you the opportunity to escape as a bat. I think, especially because an escape as bat would give you your wolf form back. So I personally think that JB should just, like, checked where you used to be, like possibly gone to Paris something like that. At a guess, that was Nuremberg from Marseille. Wolves. Alright, so we know that she has one weapon at most. What is it? Nothing. She doesn't have one. Ooh, ouch. And that is good for Terminus. So once again, he didn't make a lair. I'm just wondering if he's not exactly familiar with lairs, or something like that. But it's definitely good to help you keep cycling your encounter or cards. Since he seems intent of jumping after you, I might actually just play that hide card. Let him jump on you. You'll have two encounters. It's pretty early in the game, so that you can try to escape as a bat, or if not, you can just try to wallop him for a bunch of damage. So I personally I would definitely consider doing the high guard, personally. So this wolf form is either at Geneva, okay, not there, Strasbourg, or Nuremberg. It appears that it was Nuremberg. I do hope he hasn't stepped into Prague, because that would be a very risky business. They've gone through the majority of the event deck, and there haven't been any of the item deck. I mean, and there haven't been any. And there haven't been any Heavenly Hostess cards. Okay, didn't go there. I didn't think he did. Yeah, and since there's only been now only 5 Dracula in the first 24 cards, I think that so it is not gonna search it. Interesting choice. Yeah, seeing that it was Wolfmont of Nuremberg, I suspect that it will be Clanfrand, Marseille, and then Wolfform up here, and then possibly go to Frankfurt or Strasbourg. I don't know. And if he went to Prague, you got away with it. They didn't seem to have CG. Or if they did, he didn't think of doing it. Hmm. Do the hunters have a renewed vigor that they want to play? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. So unless it's Le Havre, Brussels, then we'll form to Nuremberg. Then... says Van Helsing has a horse, Seward has a horse, and Mina has a horse. Okay, but that's why they went to Paris. Goldong was about to trade that horse off of Van Helsing so that Goldong can follow the trail more effectively. I see. Makes sense. I can definitely get behind that move. Let's... wax cylinders. Okay, he hasn't hidden. He doesn't need to get to work on the trail. You can't just ignore it. I mean, there could be another hoax. There could be, like, another wolves that he can throw at Mina. There are no more pistols left, and goodness, there's all but one firearm in the discard. So, there's only one rifle, there's only one anti-claw item around. Because none of the holy circles are in it either, so... Okay. Personally, I know that there are a lot of possibilities for where he could be. Discarded a Lucy's Revenge? Huh, what is that? What's the rubber drawn? Reckless Vampire at Leipzig. Okay, ambush with it. Makes sense. Honestly, I probably would have just saved the rumor token. and then not ambush, possibly try to get him in a night fight. So that would cost him a bit more time. Mesmerize, dodge, okay, okay. Now then. Claws, yeah. And it's quite possible that he's noticed how many firearms are in the discard. But then again, it is quite possible that Seward has the only one that isn't in the discard. Yeah, I'm going to deal with Calm Friend. Yep. Mina using her horse. Likely to get down to Marseille. Seward staking it. Yep. So that's now 2 stakes in the discard, and Mina has the third. Bark goes a rats. Okay, you should have ambushed in that case. Because, and I was going to show them as all before. And it's possible that he simply forgot. Ah, desecrated soil. Makes sense. However, the fact that Mina didn't have a weapon to show the wolves means that I would not be surprised at all if she has a Heavenly Host as her third item. That being said, if that is the case, then Mina is not exactly with a strong hand. Discarding 2 of them. Interesting. No Heavenly Host, huh? Very intriguing. Very intriguing. Okay. I like that he hasn't just gone to Hamburg, hid, and now is going back out to sea. I do like that. I wonder, does Van Helsing have a heavenly host to destroy the desecrated soil with? Or, or will Dracula get a full value out of that? I wonder. Because that's gonna heal him for a full amount again. Cards plus. Oh, he actually went to Berlin for a bit. Interesting. Has he now gone down to Prague and then Vienna? Or has he simply gone to Hamburg and hidden? Okay, so Van Helsing has the heavenly host to vanquish the desecrated soil. But that'll get Drac even more cards. So I personally, as Drac, would be quite satisfied with that. So she'll be going to Nuremberg to deal with that. At least so I assume. Alright. Bats. Alright. Why bother reminding him that you have dogs, Philly? Don't bother showing him for that one. At least that's what I would say. And Nelson does have another host. Oh, and what's this? A spy. Oh, but he doesn't have a weapon, so he's gonna have to show him what that event is, what her last card is, and unless he really did have a weapon but didn't want to show it to the wolves, knowing that then he would know precisely what she had in hand. It was bluffery. Now that's a good spot. That was a good spy. So now you know that Mina has nothing but a horse and a stake. And he chose to keep all of the cards given to him by the second batch of the soil. I question the wisdom of that, but well, if it's all good stuff, like if it's like all fire vamps and fogs and so on, I suppose I can see it. Seed. Okay, so that's... I wondered if this would happen. So now what he's going to do, if I'm interpreting this correctly, is he's going to bat Seward into Hamburg, where he is hiding with a fog. And since it is now daytime, there will be a night fight. After he gets quite possibly whittled down a little by both these encounters. So this could be a death, a hunter death. Oh. Apparently that's not the case. That's a bit odd. Possibly he's just not at Hamburg. Mina may have to check Prague. But I imagine that Mina will... Okay. Are you gonna go to Cologne, I hope? Yes. Because you gotta supply up, Mina. You gotta find a new weapon. You can't trot around with just a steak and a horse. Especially since Dracula knows that's the case. He knows that that's what you're doing. As for the feed, yeah. I mean, Hamburg. I mean, if I'm in Vienna, I suppose I'm fine doing a feed as well. He is still in Germany. Well, that can really only mean one thing. Yeah. Now the thing is, I would likely do a wolf form. Because to put to sea, I mean, it's risky to stay on land, I acknowledge, but to go to sea, I mean, they'll still know exactly where you are, and will be able to position themselves accordingly. If you wolf form, however, they'll have to debate between, going to deal with whatever's in Hamburg, which at a guess will be, say, a hoax and a fog. Going to see? Alright. I can see both ways of thinking. I personally would have done a wolf form to have more obfuscation, but I suppose you can obfuscate sea well in these parts of the sea. But it's going to be difficult from here. So how do you go about this? Possibly the third scout's just as he walks on to the last spot, huh? So that's a wasted scouts. So there's only one hired scouts cards left. Now the question is, what do you do with the rest? Monocodoming stake, showing a stake. Okay, so now we know where all the stakes are. Unnatural fog, and under the high card, a mob. So he takes 2 damage. The problem for Dracula now is that he has no trail left, literally 0. So all they have to do is just wait for supply up, wait for him to land, and then chase after him. And if you want to go, and what's more, Rufus Smith is in play. I mean, if Rufus Smith wasn't in play, I would almost suggest just going cruising about to North Atlantic, South Atlantic, Mid, all the way around to Ionian, or something. That probably wouldn't be a good idea, even if Rufus wasn't in play, to be honest. I think that the best move for him, since Gul'Damin's trapped, would likely be go North Atlantic, then wolf form into Santander, or like go 1C, and then wolf form ashore. Basically, make sure to come ashore before Gul'Damin is free to chase after you. That'll give you give yourself at least 1 day to begin laying a trail where he can't intervene. Rufus, okay. Yep. So now the hunters are just going to supply. Mina's already in position to go to England, if it comes to that. Local. That's rather amusing. Okay. So, where do you move, Seward? Yeah, just head for the west coast. Now, what would I have done here? Likely, I would either have gone North Sea to go down to Spain, or I would have gone English Channel, so that there would be, and then wolf form either to Swansea or possibly to Nantes, possibly even to Paris, and so on. But regardless of whether it's English Channel or North Atlantic, I would wolf from ashore this turn, this Dracula move. Do it while Gul'Damin is still restrained and cannot intervene. Make the most of that fog. Go to Toulouse, perhaps. Wolf form to Toulouse, perhaps. Then go to Barcelona. Hmm. Yeah. And regardless where you are now, English Channel or North Atlantic, I would wolf for shore. You gotta start laying a trail again. You gotta give them something to do. Uh, Not to mention, of course, that the longer you stay at sea, the more damage you take. So, okay, yep, that's a wolf from ashore. Good. I like it. Now let us hope that that if they do have money trail, Gul'daming is not the one holding it. Because otherwise that fog will be doing nothing, in effect. Because he would likely do money trail anyway. Yep, supplying. Stake and crucifix. Yep. Yeah, so Mina's gonna do this possibly hypnosis. Yep. He went to Galia. So therefore, a mere psychic bond would have done the job. So, whoops. So, I mean, doubtless will feel a little bit pressuring to, but depending on where you will form to, like if you went to Paris, I would likely go to Strasbourg or Geneva, mayhaps. Or if I went to Paris, I would likely go to Brussels. I mean, that's where Gul'daming's going to horse to, either that or Strasbourg. So I would say go to Geneva. Try to just evade them for now. It's gonna be difficult for sure. It's not too long until it's not too long until this is until week 4 now. So I mean, I suppose it's still like 5 or so days. Uh, but it's gonna be difficult, but this is still just undecided as to who's gonna win here. The hunters have been very on top of things, but if Dracula can avoid them enough. Oh, RV. Speed telegraph along with it. So that's the second speed telegraph. I will say that JB has been very lucky with there being only 8 Drac events out of the first 30. More than 30 cards have gone by. Ooh, I wouldn't go saying GG. That you've given him a clue that you're rather close by. All he knows is that you were from someplace in France, and that could be quite a few different spots. Okay. So Sue didn't find you. I'm not exactly sure why he went to Bordeaux, to be honest. Come friend. Yeah, so it looks to me as if it's Geneva. But unless I'm mistaken, Van Helsing does not have a horse. So therefore he'll need a sense of emergency to have a special action to get onto Geneva. Fangs, and yep, escape. Okay, so there's a point. Dracula ain't gonna go down without a fight. He's gonna get some influence this game. He's gonna get at least one. Mina, I'm assuming, is gonna check out Geneva. Oh, he's not there. So he either backtracked to Nantes, up against the North Atlantic Sea, which is already on the trail, or he went down to Toulouse. The latter of those definitely seems more likely, but that doesn't necessarily make it true, say. Okay. Uncle Doming is now horsing away. So, now here's the thing. Van Helsing and Mina aren't exactly in the best condition to fight Dracula. And Mina's already horsed, so Van Helsing can reach him, but he'd be fighting him alone. Oh. Yeah, that's right, Marseille is there. And there's bodyguards there. Oof. And Mia has a knife. Found a new knife. Alright. Alright. It's always nice when they accidentally step in a lair like that. Newspaper report? Yeah, well, we kind of knew that already. So, at this stage, I would just rest. I mean, sure, you can try to improve horse economy, but the thing is, unless it is one of those bottom two encounter cards, Dracula does have another fog at his disposal. It's possible to use it today, but and the thing is that Dracula could hide, although I can't say that that looks all that attractive. So I think if you're at Toulouse, which I'm kind of assuming he is, alright, yeah, make them focus a little bit on the here and now part of the game. So, no second RV. I have no doubt that at JB Philly would have played it if he had it. So, that's definitely very good news for Terminus. And that's all the speed telegraph's gone, so... Okay, yeah, so it was Toulouse. Baths! Does he have a forewarned? Well, if he does, he chose not to use it. Okay. Now then. Chances are he's in Barcelona, but at this point he may well be able to slip away to sea. Okay. A one-on-one. Okay. Yeah, now, some of you might think, why not take this fight? The answer is, why would he send in me in a one-on-one unless this card here is something like Planned Ambush, Heroic Leap? The latter of those far more likely. So therefore, don't take any chances. Take the fact that you've got yourself a getaway here. Take advantage of the fact. Possibly take advantage of the fog and feed as well while you're here. But I would say no. Just go to sea and then land at CAG, perhaps. Ah, batting him into a nighttime fight with a reckless. Planned ambush. Okay. In a nighttime ambush fight. So what I would do as the reckless is I would play a Fangs. Yes, in all probability you'll likely get knived. But that means that you do not get it heavily hosted. Which does Dr. John Seward have that one firearm? Because let's remember, previously, before, practically all the firearms were there. Yep, he has it. Does he have a holy bullets? No. Alright. That's not a bad at first round for the hunters. But, well, with planned ambush, that's to be expected. Mesmerize, yeah. Send him up to get bitten. Makes a certain amount of sense. The problem with that, however, is more likely than not Suet has a knife. Yeah, playing strength, I like it. Ah, and he escaped. The good news is Suet is still delayed for the day. He won't be able to move tomorrow. That's the good news. But the bad news, of course, is that he got away with that from that combat without the slightest scratch. It caused him a planned ambush, true, but that's a small price to pay for getting batted into a nighttime vampire. So, feed. Yeah, there is definitely some debate as to whether that's the right move or not, but it is worth consideration at least. Okay. Gladaming at last had a stake, although he did discard one. Quite possibly he picked up an extra one. So let's see if the Reckless can score some more points, or if Gladaming will be able to finish this off by day. At a guess, I think that Gladaming has a knife. So, claws, alright. And a punch. Nice. Mixing up the rhythm a little bit. Plotting. Oh, nice. Nice. Well done. Then, next I would play a strength. Ooh. Oh, okay. Well, it paid off. Yeah, so really can't complain. Typically, people use strength while they can to hurt the hunter, but it works. But in this case, it works. As if he had a knife, he could have played that in anticipation of that thing. So that's the second influence point for Dracula, gained for Dracula. The problem about it, though, is that it doesn't exactly change the timeline in how much time the hunters have left. Oh, Nice. Okay, so Goldaming has a pistol in addition to his horse. And he's just getting battered. That's now 6 damage taken. I mean, he's going to be standing with Seward, which will help make the healing process faster. But, mesmerize, dodge. Okay. So now I would play the second Fang. Because if he has a knife, it won't kill you. So therefore, Fang, try to get another point. Good. I see you agree with me. Okay. Is Goldaming holding a Holy Bullets? I mean, considering that he played pistol, I think that it's not he isn't. So he just took 8, he just dealt 8 damage, got 2 points. Good combat. So excellent combat. Well done. And now Goldaming. I mean, it'll be a little bit before he will be ready to go into action again. How many Drac events are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's still 15 in the discard. With Goldaming that injured, I'm sure, yes, he has a stake to finish it off, but that's 3 points gained out of it, so that's, the Hunters lost a full day. So and the thing is, he knows that both the excellent weathers were played early, so therefore going to CAG would, if he were to go to sea, go to CAG, it would take the Hunters a little bit to... Now what does Dracula do? Now, with Goldaming this injured... So I suppose you land at CAG. And then hide. And then just lay down the hide card for some points. Because I mean I can give chase by sea. But if she does, what if you land back into Spain? And the thing is, you don't have a wolf form, so that's probably not the best of ideas. However, the Hunters know that there's no more fog left. There have only been 2 fighter vamps played, so he probably has the 3rd Reckless in hand. What did he just discard there? Oh, Long Night? Huh. No wonder. Okay. Going one more C. I suppose... Yeah, I suppose the best move is actually to go to Ionian, and we'll form ashore there. Either that or we'll form ashore in Dabari now. The thing is, he could have gone to the South Atlantic. So if he's gone South Atlantic, that's unfortunately not looking like it'll work out. But if he went Terminian and is now going to Ionian, he will have a head start. Possibly enough of one where Sister Agatha? That is going to be difficult to pass up. I mean, there's no use for her in search, but Rufus is still at work. And I suppose it's not unlikely that they have the second surprising return. Still showing that long night, huh? Apologies, pulling into the mic there. Yeah. Terminus is putting up an excellent fight here. But the problem is, what if they found the second renewed vigor off of those 4 that were on the bottom? But here's another problem for the hunters. If he moves another sea space, he could be going back to the North Atlantic now, as that started off the trail a couple of days ago. So they can't say where he. I suppose what the hunters really need is money trail, and they need to use it on this next sea space if he goes by sea again. Which is why I would, as Dracula, go one more sea space and then we'll form ashore. Yep. Good. Doing well, Terminus. Doing well. So, Sophia. Does he have a money trail? The way they're supplying, I would guess that they don't. Discarding a blood transfusion. Gee, I wonder why I did that. Horse. Yeah, but the game's not over one way or the other. Others aren't out of this yet. If Dracula did go North Atlantic, he can now wolf form ashore to Dublin, and then hide. Because Toulouse slides off, go there, wolf from there. After he hides, this slides off when he hides, and then he can just feed it for a bit more IDS points. the fact that they haven't used any discarded any heavenly hosts or used any of them in combats uh makes me believe that they do have CG somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 10 left. 10 out of 26. So now Wolf on Shore. Oh, moving a fourth sea space? I'm not so sure about that one. I would have just wolf on shore. They would have no way of knowing. I mean, the fact that they chose to go a fourth sea space seems to say that he did not go Ionian. That we're talking about like him going to North Sea or something like that. Possibly English Channel. Oh, he found it. North Sea. Yeah, that was a misplay. That last sea move was a bad misplay. I definitely would not have gone North Sea. If I were to make a fourth sea move, it would likely be English Channel. But yeah, now Dracula is definitely in trouble. Yeah, I would have just wolfed on the shore to Dublin. You get some points, you can hide. If he CGs you off, whatever. They don't have excellent weather. They use those already at the beginning of the game. So, they're not going to be able to reach you in a hurry. I think that his best chance normal landing. Oh, I don't know about that one. You can't. Okay, surprising returns. Sister Agatha, is he going to ally or use it as a search? I mean, well, we'll see if it's GG. If he has CG, then it isn't GG. But if he doesn't, you may still have this. So long as you wolf form to Liverpool next. Either that or feet next, that you can afford to go out to sea and yeah, there were all sorts of different ways that game could have gone. This game could have gone after Barcelona. I mean, does he have CG? He does not. Wow. So that's what he's been digging for. So now, feed, I think. Well, no, because that doesn't give you points. Wolf form to Liverpool. Or, rather, wolf form to London. Just, yes. Good. You may still have this, Terminus. Don't worry. Do not despair yet. Yeah, it was clever to return to England. However, I think that last sea move, that last decision to go to North Sea was just a mistake. And that you should just wolf form towards Dublin. If they siege you off, whatever. What do you care? You can still go to Irish Sea, and then go to England from there. There's no excellent weathers, so the hunters have 2 days, so you can move somewhere safely. They won't be able to touch you. Or rather, they actually only have tomorrow. So unless Seward is holding on to that second renewed vigor, unless someone is holding on to that second renewed vigor, you've won. And all's well. So I would lay down the hide card. So long as you're not in London, I would just lay down the hide card. And place down the most secure thing you have. Okay. Yeah, so unless the only thing that saves them now is if playing Long Night. I think this is JB Illy saying that I give up, because all 3 of them land. GG. Yeah, well, I'll play it both. GG, we'll play both. Yep. It looks as if this game is indeed going to go to Terminus. Unless. Oh. The only way is if Seward has CG, and he made the mistake of going to Manchester. Okay, escape route. So this turned out to be a very close. This turned out to be a very close game. Jonathan Harker. Mm. Right, and only went in Terminus. Terminus. Congrats on the win, Terminus. For now is indeed game over. As soon as he makes his move, it is now game over. Yeah, the North Sea was, I think, a bit excessive, but in the end, it worked out. So, yes, JB Philly did. Well, not necessarily. That's not necessarily true, but. Yep, they're just chatting about how J Philly seemingly had everything for a long time. Just everything he needed. Well, GG, I'll play both. And well, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this game. And indeed, hope you've enjoyed the match, and catch you next time, everyone. Bye bye.